School is back in session at Augustana University in Sioux Falls, but with some changes this year. Over the summer, the school opened a brand new residence hall and re-poured the walkways outside. Changes that are making a big difference for some students. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Bridget Bennett shows you the changes made with accessibility in mind.
Like many students, Raina Brentro is still figuring out the best route to get to her new classes this semester. Except Raina has one extra element to consider.
I use the motorized chair to get around campus.
Throughout elementary and middle school, Raina walked to all her classes. Everything changed when she found out she has a rare neurodegenerative disease.
I was diagnosed with Friedreich's ataxia when I was 12. I got my first wheelchair when I was 15.
The disease accelerated rapidly at first, quickly making walking more difficult.
It was a really hard adjustment.
But Raina has never let her change in mobility hold her back from her passion.
Doing everything that I possibly could to seize life and to seize, academics.
It's why attending college was a natural next step for Raina, and choosing Augustana University was an easy decision.
I grew up in Sioux Falls, and my grandpa was a professor here up until around the time I was born, and then my mom went to school here as well.
But that long history also comes with some challenges for students with mobility issues like Raina.
Our oldest building was built in 1889, so Old Main is the original building. When buildings were built back then, accessibility wasn't a topic.
Over the past few decades, Augustana University has made some major changes to help make campus more accessible for everyone.
Everything that we do, whether it's a renovation or a new build, accessibility is a prime topic that we discuss. We're always looking at how our buildings are, how the campus is set up, and what can we do different and what can we do better.
But making all of the necessary changes to a growing 100-year-old university takes a lot of work and time.
As you can imagine, there are miles of sidewalks that we have. So it's an ongoing process. It's not something that we can just do immediately. It's just we take it one step at a time, and as we find something, we'll fix it.
Well, I just used a manual wheelchair for the first couple of years here. The inclines and the slopes were so difficult. Even the most gradual incline just really is exhausting and hard to get up. One thing that Augie really has going for it is that even if it's not super accessible, it does have people that are really wanting to help.
Well, that's what the good part about being an advocate and being out there. You have to be a leader.
Raina served as a student senator last year, talking to school leaders and other students about potential accessibility improvements.
I've really asked people to consider what it's like for a disabled person to live on campus and to be able to have access to everything that a non-wheelchair user would have access to.
Some of those changes have already become a reality in Augustana's new residence hall.
It was the first building that we've built, from ground up to where we could take accessibility into consideration from the very beginning. So from the elevator to the doors to how you're getting in and out of the building.
Here's the kitchen. I'm very excited because I've never had access to an accessible kitchen.
The new residence hall is fully accessible on every floor and in all common student areas, including the kitchen.
We're going to have baking nights and come over and just make some brownies.
Small changes that make a big difference in helping all students feel like they belong and can build their own home and future on Augustana's campus.
Everyone should be able to live independently. Asking for help is really hard, and having the option to live independently, I think, is a really big step into an accessible future.
The kind of future Augustana is striving for. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Bridget Bennett.
Augustana's 2030 plan includes more accessibility upgrades at all the new facilities going up, along with continued accessibility improvements to the existing buildings and walkways across the campus.